Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we continue the Ableton series right here at BusyWorksBeats.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make trap hi-hat rolls right in Ableton Live 12. So let's hop straight into it. So firstly, in the top left of Ableton, you'll see this little icon to open up your sounds. On the left side, we're going to look for packs, and make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom and look for available packs, and look for the trap drums by Sound Oracle pack. Okay, so I already have mine downloaded. So we have it here, trap drums. Then we're going to navigate to where it says samples and then go to the one shots folder, and under one shots, look for hi-hat. Here's our first hi-hat. What we're going to do is click on MIDI and just double click on this hi-hat to load it up. And what we want to do is now create a pattern. So let's left click, double click here to create a pattern. Let's drag this window all the way open and let's start messing with what's called the generate tab down here. Let's switch this to where it says rhythm and turn the density all the way up. So when you turn the density up, it'll start populating notes. You'll notice they're not playing the tone that you want. So we could pull these up, but we're not going to worry about the tone just yet. So you can mess with the steps to change out the pattern, but there's also this little section here where it says accent, these blue numbers. We're going to switch this to 100 to 100 because we don't want the velocity to go up or down. Okay, so now when we go back, let me loop this so that we can hear it in loop. Okay, we could loop this, and now we have basically a typical hi-hat pattern. We could double click to go back in here and just drag this window so it's bigger. So you could just left click and drag these back up to C3. Okay, or you could just click here where it says pitch and do it that way as well. I think it's a little bit easier to just left click and drag, but you could also do it with this window here. Okay, so now let's determine where do we want a hi-hat roll. And you could also change the step duration. So let's say you want it to be in 16th notes. Now for this BPM, we don't want 16th, we want 8th notes. So we're gonna keep that on 1/8. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's highlight this one and let's change this one to one's like a different timing, like 1/16th, for example, or 1/32. And that's how you create hi-hat rolls, that easy. Okay, so let's add a note at the end here. Let's just double click. And let's say I want to roll that last note. We're going to highlight it, change out the step duration. So the cool part is you can have different roll amounts. Let's say you mess up your velocity or you have the accent still turned on. You could hit Control A, grab all your velocities, turn them all the way up, and then pull them down to reset the velocity. It took me a long time to learn that. So hopefully you guys find that valuable. Okay, so I'm going to turn off this little eye so we can get a bigger screen here. Okay, so another thing they've added is called a ramp tool. This is my last tip for today. So a ramp tool, you can highlight your notes here. My head might be in the way, so let me zoom out a little bit. Give me a second here. So you can grab these notes right here, and then down here it says ramp. So basically it's a low velocity to a high velocity. So think of it like a range. I can select the range of velocities that I want this section to travel in. So I want it to go from low to high velocity. So it goes like that. And we only have 4 hi-hats, so it's not going to be crazy. We can also do it the other way around to make it fade downwards. We could have the initial value high and then make it fade lower. All right, so there's your video on trap hi-hat rolls. Like this video, subscribe if you're new. We're working on a new Ableton Live course at BusyWorksBeats.com for Ableton Live 12. So go to BusyWorksBeats.com, sign up for free before we launch this course. I'll see you guys there. Peace.